are you going, 37?
Please take care of 6 for me, Madam Marta. I have to go find Sophia.
Die, humans!
Are you all right, 37? Can you get on your feet? Sophia! Did you change your clothes? I have found my number, 37. Your calculation was correct, as always. You found it! That's good! I always wanted to tell you. It is a great number. The number of a herald, prophet, and pioneer. When it was first discovered, mathematics was nearly destroyed, but luckily, it also spurred advancements in the field. Are we still friends, Sophia? Yes, 37. We still are. But there are more important matters I must tend to.
This is ours! The land we discovered!
Vi otro fito spalma. Sophia, your power and your luck. I must leave now, 37. Lady Arcana has shown me another path. No! Why are you leaving too? Is it because our circle has been broken? But I found the truth. I have the final solution. Just give me a little more time and everything will be fine again, I promise. You and I are different, 37. Not all of us have the privilege to look on from the sidelines. Sophia, too.
I will join Manus Vindictae, take others with me, and leave. I will renounce the scripture and seek vengeance in the phenomenal world. Make your move, 37. If you really are the genius who can overcome anything, prove it to me. Stop me, transcend me, defeat me, crush me to dust.
I'll do my best. Why, Sophia? Why must we fight each other?
This was preordained. I am an irrational number, an obstacle in the pursuit of truth. I have accepted my fate, abandoned my scriptures, and embraced the path I should have chosen. Let neither side hold back, 37.
Another jar? I can hear it.
The moment of silence.
Or this one. Enjoy!
Until the torch is lit.
Like a metaphor? Oh! Careful with the pages. There they are. Are we really doing this?
The moment of utterance.
It is here. To read.
Learn from silence.
What's wrong?
Stay balanced.
You can do this, Marcus. Or this one. I can hear it. It's newly made this year. And now it's easier to understand. I can't read it. Careful with the pages. This book? It is here. Are we really doing this? To transcribe. No! No! This is wrong! I remember it's called...
Why? Why did you spare me, 37? Why did you show mercy? You weren't supposed to!
I don't want to fight you, Sophia. Why? Why do we have to do this?
I'm sorry, 37. I have gone beyond reason. Beyond cure. I must have been out of my mind to make you fight me. Your hands were never meant for violence. They were meant for upholding the truth. As for me, I'm the one who clears the dust off the path, as fate foretold. Goodbye, my beloved friend. It is time. Please clean up the beach as quickly as possible. We will depart soon, as Lady Arcana has instructed.
Soph! Miss Sophia!
We all have our own purpose to fulfill, Miss Sinetto. I will not fight you this time, but I will draw steel the next we meet.
I don't understand any of this. The truth transcends all and is above all trivial matters of a phenomenal world. It guides us to enlightenment and protects us from evil and misfortune. Does it not? This is what I have always believed. So I went seeking for it. It is finally in my hands. But now... What went wrong? Was it my fault? Isn't this how the truth is supposed to work?
The truth has not abandoned you, 37. You haven't used the key yet, have you? It is still coded.
The key.
Lilia has verified Arcana's location. She is still on this island. We still have a chance to stop her before it's truly too late. We should go now, Sinetto. We have 15 more hours until the storm.
We've got signal. Zeno has restored communications with Team Timekeeper.
Very well. We will leave you to it. Just to confirm before we go, the operation Zeno is currently undertaking has been approved by the PAC Security Council, right?
Certainly, miss. We are soldiers. Soldiers act on orders.
I am most pleased to see you. Had you a pleasant stay on this island, Ms. Vertin? Are they not an intriguing flock of people? Their wise ones drew a circle at their feet and declared themselves apart from this realm. For generations untold, they toiled as diligent ants in service of the circle, adoring and venerating it while shielding themselves from insanity's call. I take immense pleasure in admiring this wondrous figure, the primordial, eternal, immaculate circle. The more pity that it was etched upon sand.
I disagree. The fragility and impermanence of sand is precisely why people strive for something eternal. Believing in perfection is not a flaw. I noticed the human aircrafts were loaded with weapons, not from this era. Did Manus Vindictae provide them with the technology? I can't fathom your motives. If you came here to incite hatred and recruit the pure-blood arcanists on this island, you may now walk away with satisfaction. If you wanted to take the island as one of your bases, you could have done so after the cleansing ceremony failed. But you did nothing. You just stood there. Why?
Do you struggle to comprehend, sweet Vertin? I was waiting for you.
Enough talk, Vertin. It's time for action.
Mind your distance. Arcana has power over people's minds at a close range.
A pity. I did wish to keep this bangle. Mine and yours, a pair in perfect match. How will you remove yours, Vertin?
What? The island's been blasted to smithereens. How come the bangle still has its power? What is it made of?
Don't worry, Regulus. We have foreseen this. When we first arrived, I was bewildered by the rules on this island. But as I learned more about their scriptures, things began to make sense. Language is an unreliable means of communication. Information can become muddled and vague wording can lead to mistakes and contradictions. That's why the island values math as a more precise and truthful language. They mock language for its ambiguity, scorn its flaws, and ruthlessly expose its inconsistencies, like they did during that debate. The pact on this bangle is of a similar nature.
I see. It forbids us from actively attacking, but what is considered an attack? The rulemaker did not specify that.
An act without the intent to attack will not be seen as an attack. That is the unspoken rule of the peace agreement.
An adorable attempt. Are you truly prepared to gamble the life of thy sworn companion, little pup of the Foundation?
I will not make the same mistake again, Miss Arcana. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Your provocations will not work on me. For the peace of this world, I will stop you. Premia sereno intenso e infinito.
Now, Vertin, show me how you have changed since last we met.
The battlefield. It transformed.
My duty lies with you.
I can hear it. It is here.
Plan A.
The moment of silence.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine. A mice pass.
Learn from silence.
The plan failed. Plan B.
Another jar? I can hear it.
The moment of utterance.
A mice pass.
Got you.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant. La charme
We
d'opère.
walk in long nights.
It is here. I can hear it.
Plan A. Wait for 5 seconds.
It's newly made this year.
A mice pass. An unconventional choice.
Another jar?
Handy.
The moment of silence.
It's newly made this year.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
Enjoy!
Until the torch is lit.
Got you.
What a tragedy. The show's on, hounds.
Another jar?
The moment of utterance.
Soffoca il sangue! Soffoca il sangue! Time waits for no one, even for a great king.
Let's get it over quick.
Learn from silence.
There they are.
Finally got rid of them. Now, how am I going to deal with this?
Whew, that went smooth.
Exactly.
You have made new friends, aye. Have they changed you? Perhaps it's time you met my old friends. Come, they await thy greetings.
Timekeeper! Arcana has disappeared, and monsters are pouring out of the portal she created.
Huh? She's running away! Oh, that was quite the grand escape.
No, I can sense her. She's still there, looking down at us through that portal. She's waiting for something. Everyone, it's almost time. Xeno will start any minute. We need...
Easy. If we finish off all her minions, there's no way she'll just stand by and watch. The big guy up there is mine. You deal with the rest. Trying to gain air supremacy? Not under my watch. I'll send that outdated hunk of scrap metal crashing to the bottom of the ocean.
My duty lies with you. The moment of utterance.
Plan A. Another jar? It is here.
Learn from silence.
A might pass. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, this relents!
Got you. I can hear it.
Plan B.
The moment of silence.
It's newly made this year.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'opère.
Benefit from reading.
Enjoy! There they are.
Wait for
It is here.
5 seconds.
The moment of utterance.
Another jar?
Benefit from reading.
Got you. Ouch.
Time for tongues to
The
speak
show's
of
on,
truth.
hounds.
The moment of utterance.
show's on,
Time
hounds.
for tongues to speak of
I
truth.
can hear it.
Till the torch is lit.
Time with the noble, even for a great good.
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
It's newly made this
What
year.
a tragedy. Wait for 5 seconds.
Another jar? There they are.
Soffoca il sangue! Soffoca il sangue!
Airspace cleared. Preparing now.
I remember it's called...
Just like the battle simulations, I will not allow the tragedy in Chicago to happen again. Timekeeper, it's time I showed you what my training's been for.
Did I start running?
I can hear it.
The moment of utterance.
It is here.
Another jar?
Non officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Until the torch is lit.
Oh, this lens.
You don't want to miss it. There they are.
Handy.
The moment of silence.
I can hear it.
Benefit from reading.
Winterstürme wehen den Wonnemond.
It's newly made this year. Another jar?
The moment of
It
utterance.
is here.
Let's get it over quick.
The show's on, hounds.
The moment of silence.
Plan A.
I can hear it.
Time waits for no one, even for a great feat.
Learn from silence.
Unconventional choice.
Timekeeper, I've defeated the enemy. Beginning preparations now.
Victory secured. I should excuse myself.
Timekeeper, the first preparation stage is complete.
Great. Next, we destroy the portal.
Marvelous, Burton. You have put on a magnificent performance. As a gesture of gratitude, I shall bestow unto you these gifts.
She just showed up of her own volition. No, something's not right. The arcane skill in that portal is fluctuating strangely.
She's casting a ritual. Burton, retreat!
No time to think.
What is this? It has more hands than all the members of a band combined.
Timekeeper, there's a gigantic creature emerging from the portal. We must complete stage 2 as soon as possible.
We better finish it off before we start stage 3.
Copy that. This is a critical moment. Everyone stay alert and await my command.
It's an honor to meet you. Timekeeper, please allow me to assist you.
The moment of utterance.
Newly made this year.
Learn from silence.
Is this creature changing its afflatus to match that of its attacker?
Ha! A mimic strategy. Clever. But we can also use it to our advantage. Everyone, rotate your arcane skills. Make sure we always have the stronger afflatus. Let's teach it a lesson in improvisation.
We walk in long nights.
Let's get it over quick.
I can hear it.
The moment of silence.
It is here.
Another jar?
We walk in long nights.
There they are.
Hand fell.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
It's newly made this year.
Andy.
We walk in long nights.
Got you.
Timekeeper, the enemy's ritual has altered the environment. Please be careful.
Time comes to speak of truth.
Just right.
Time for tones to speak of
It is
truth.
here.
Another jar?
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Enjoy!
Take cover. I'll send it back into outer space.
Let's rock and roll, everyone! It's showtime!
Are you ready to shake? Woohoo! Release! Coming!
What a tragedy.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
I'll fill the cup for you.
The creature is defeated and Arcana has emerged once again. Timekeeper, stage 2 is complete.
Cool! Now, we just have to activate it.
No. Things are going too well. Like this has been rehearsed. What on earth is she trying to do?
There's no time, Furton!
You're right. We've put too much time and effort into this plan to not carry it out now. Sinetto, Lilia, Regulus, assume your positions. It's time to enact the final stage. Whew, that went smooth.
Exactly.
Miss Sophia. Is the guiding one really not coming with us? She...
Are you saying?
Fret not, my child. You heard me true. I shall die today.
Timekeeper, Location Alpha is ready for the ritual.
Location Beta, ready.
Mr. Apple and I are ready.
Good. Requesting to use the advanced arcane skill Afaroi Around, number 000262603100008. To teleport a top priority threat to the Parmenides base.
Loosen up and enjoy the ride. Прощай.
Launch sequence initiated. Starting countdown. 30, 29, 28.
The target has not reached the designated location. I repeat, the target has...
15, 14, 13.
Large-scale arcane ritual detected. Afaroi around, verified. Life signal detected. Target is in position. Initiating detonation.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vacuum bomb detonated.
No arcane energy detected. No life signal detected. Target eliminated. I repeat, the target has been eliminated.
We did it. We actually did it. Admiral, Hans, we made up for what we didn't do in 99.
Did we win?
It's too early to celebrate, but history will remember this moment and honor all that was lost in this long battle.
Wait, Hans. You hear that? In your headphones?
Admiral, we might have a life signal, but there's too much interference.
Give me that. No, it's nothing. There is no sign of life. It was the wind.
So, that means... a triumphant victory! A salute to you, Admiral, and to the Timekeeper.
Our efforts for peace have prevailed, and we have emerged victorious. Let us forever remember this day for its greatness.
Glory to all who fought for this moment! We did it! Whoa! Woo! Yeah!
A bullet is among us, right under this roof. It serves no army, no country, only peace. The heavy rain at the end of the century dissolved and washed away many of its comrades, but it was lucky enough to survive. Its pointy end still shines silver, ready to drill a hole into its enemy. Sadly, its bulky colleague stole its thunder in this war. One push of the button, one big explosion. There was no need for the rest of the ammunition. It seems someone has become more budget conscious after working with the mathematicians. Saving 10 bullets is better than saving 1. Saving 100 bullets is better than saving 10. It's simple math. But its boss, the general, has more to think about. What are they going to do next time? Will this bullet be put to use when the rain comes again? A big shot, dear. A wise man of the most insightful kind. You should talk to him if you have the chance. But he's been in a gloomy mood lately. Be careful not to mention anything related to the conservative battle tactics used in 1999. The missile that would have been launched, and especially anything about the bullets lost in that battle. He has paid a great price for the future, but you see, the future is sneaky. Every time you think you can grasp it, it takes a step away from you, nullifying every effort you've made to get near it. Even a bullet isn't fast enough to catch up. Pursuing the future. How romantic, dear. As long as we continue to close the gap between us and the future, it will eventually be reduced to 0. But know that as time goes by, we are only moving slower and slower in the race. Technology is regressing, and we have switched from AKs to Mosin Nagants. The bullets won't be as fast as they used to be. The future is drifting away from us, and the past is catching up.
Drink this. It will help relieve your pain. Worry not. It's not made from the grapes on my head.
Hang in there, 29.
Are there any other injured that have not been found yet?
I've scouted the island. Every remaining member should be here.
So you have. It means the members not here have joined Manus Vindicte.
He's sick still in a coma, Miss Marta.
To you, O the alone infinite, the non-subsistent, the ineffable, I call. Grant me inspiration of nature. Guide my soul with truth. Give me power of enlightenment. Tear off from the web of ignorance. Redeem me from the evil, hatred, and what throttles me down. Break through the ground of bad, corruption's chain, the carapace of darkness, the living death, sensation's corpse, the tomb I carry. Learn the beauty of truth, the balance and limitations of all.
Enough! Why are you still praying? The truth is gone! Who are we praying to? Who will answer us? For generations, we have searched for purpose and meaning. But now that the truth is lost, what is left for us to live for?
No, the truth is still there. I passed Aperon's test and it showed me the answer. It will free us from the Wheel of Birth once and for all. I just need some time to decode it.
We will do our best to help. But how much time do you need?
I have someone in mind that can help us decode faster. But I need your approval before I ask them for help. May I share the truth with the others, 37?
The side effects are completely random. Among the current samples, the probability of no side effects occurring is 0.52%. And of the 81 recorded side effects, 39 of them will cause irreversible damage to the biological body. 24 will permanently alter the composition of the caster's body functioning. And 18 minor effects will cause only minor, superficial injuries that do not affect daily functioning. Laplace's archives has enough rituals to protect casters from the minor effects, but the other two categories are highly lethal. After 72 experiments, the diversity of side effects has decreased significantly. It is unclear if this is due to repeated testing on a single subject or due to a limited range of possible side effects. More than 90% of these effects are related to concepts such as dirt and dust. Is it because of the origins of this ritual's power? The number of recorded side effects is 86, not 81. When did I write these 5 down?
Madam Lucy, Zeno's plan was a success. With the help of Team Timekeeper, the leader of Manus Vindicte was teleported to a deserted military base and targeted with a thermobaric weapon. It was a direct hit with no signs of life detected. The momentous event was captured on camera in the observation room.
A tremendous victory. Please extend my congratulations to the Admiral for this remarkable feat.
Also, you have 2 call requests. One is from the Timekeeper, which Laplace received shortly after the battle with Manus Vindicte. She is requesting remote assistance to help the Apiron decode a numerical code related to the storm immunity.
Put her through immediately. And the other call?
It's Kukanya, the Viennese arcanist who helped investigate Marcus in acquiring the ritual. We have updated her the progress of the study and the potential side effects of the incantation. But she insists on knowing the right pronunciation.
No, we are not aware of that. 37 and I had just entered the cave when the investigator sent back the ritual. I see. Thank you for the thorough explanation, Madam Lucy. I'll make sure to inform the members of Apiron. If possible, could you kindly explain this to them again after we set up the communication device?
The next thing's the acoustic components. Totally understandable if you don't have any on hand. Regulus, can you help me find some...
What are you saying, mate? Of course this great disc jockey would have the acoustic components. I'll have you know, I made friends with the dolphins as soon as I had the chance, hoping they'd retrieve some of the radio components from Apple II. And guess what? They actually found some!
Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. You finally have a communicator equipped with a speaker. Before, there were too many ears for one tiny radio.
What now? Another attack?
Not quite. That's the sound of our colleague, Medicine Pocket. Hard at work.
How goes it on your end, Verton? The storm is only 8 hours away. Has the immunity zone on the island stopped shrinking?
I think so. No one in the Hall of Appearance affected by the storm syndrome so far. The immunity zone seems stable for now. Manus Vindictae and the humans have left. There should be no further destruction on the island.
So the decay of the immunity zone is not linear. It seems to be influenced by the islanders' mindset toward the truth, and it eventually reaches a stopping point. Could it be that the ritual on this island, rooted in the power of faith and belief, serves to amplify only the radius of the storm immunity? Fascinating.
That can wait, Researcher X.
There's one thing I'd like to confirm, Timekeeper. About the question Miss 37 asked in the cave, how can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be freed from the emanation forever? To my understanding, that is almost the same as asking how we can be immune to the storm.
Yes, and 37 also said the transcendental truth was beyond the limits of her mortal flesh. Apeiron answered her with an eerie sound, one that could drive anyone mad just by hearing it. It was then that the Scroll 6 gave her unfurled and transcribed the sound into a string of numbers, providing us with the code.
Yes, that's the key to our problem. We both received a solution to the same question simultaneously, immunity against the storm. This could be our Rosetta Stone, Timekeeper. We found our own Rosetta Stone!
Rosetta Stone.
Allow me to explain. The Rosetta Stone is a stone tablet inscribed with a decree in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Ancient Greek. Hieroglyphs were the sacred writing for the divine, while Demotic script was known as the language of the people. Both scripts were ancient Egyptian, lost to time when the tablet was discovered. However, because scholars were still able to read ancient Greek, and through comparing the 3 inscriptions that all said the same thing, they were finally able to understand the hieroglyphs. And now, we too have our own set of inscriptions to decode. The first is similar to hieroglyphs, as the truth Miss 37 heard in the cave is completely unintelligible and can drive people insane just by listening to it. The second is like Demotic script, a ritual we obtain from Arcana that can place a curse upon those who read it aloud. It cannot be handled by ordinary people. Finally, the numerical code you shared with us is like the readable ancient Greek, without any divine powers, but crucial in deciphering the other 2 inscriptions.
How intriguing! That is to say, if we work together and combine our research, we may unlock even deeper knowledge that only belongs to the divine?
Exactly. We're looking for the same answer to the same question, like how the same decree is inscribed onto the tablet in different forms. And just like the inscriptions on the tablet, we have 3 versions of the ritual. If we can delve into the essence of the ritual and master its inner workings, we may eventually transcribe it into a side effect-free ritual that can be used by everyone.
Yes. It should work, because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
I'm glad you think so, Miss 37.
Your hypothesis is based on too many assumptions, Ulrich. It requires further refinement and confirmation. We now have valid incantations. We should continue in this direction. You mentioned the word transcribe just like the timekeeper did. It holds the answer to improving the ritual.
You mean?
The scroll you mentioned that can bridge the gap between you and the Supreme Existence during communion. It is the scroll that transcribed the eerie sound and saved 37 from the lethal side effects. Does this mean it could potentially lessen the negative effects of the immunity incantation?
Wait, Madam Lucy. Let me take it from here.
We would like to borrow this scroll for research. If you lend us this scroll, we will make significant advancements on the research, and we promise to provide every assistance you require in the future.
Lend you the scroll. Are you asking us to give the legacy of Apiron, our most cherished possession, to you? A scientific research organization that serves humans?
Why not? We are seekers of truth, are we not?
Heed my words, 37. That scroll is a sacred relic passed down from the wise sages of Apiron, safeguarded by the Sixes and entrusted only to believers who brave Apiron's test. It has the power of harmonization and reconciliation. You may keep it until you fully grasped the secrets shared with you by Apiron. But you will not share it with some organization affiliated with humans, and certainly do not allow them to study it.
Why? Sharing the scroll is sharing wisdom and knowledge with others, like what we have done through our doctrinal meetings and receiving visitors from the outside world. It is for the sake of spreading the light of truth, is it not? The human researchers. They have also discovered many brilliant theorems. Before the emanation cut us off, we had these types of communications with the outside world. It was fun, unlike what came after. I'm sure by sharing this scroll, the code from Aperon will be deciphered. I must prove that the light of truth still glimmers.
But how can you be sure the scroll will only be used for researching the ritual? How can you ensure that the humans won't exploit it to create weapons of destruction? Before joining the School of Aperon, my people and I had wandered the world for ages. Our long lives made it difficult for us to truly fit in with the world. Daughter of Truth, I implore you to hear the words of this old soul. Humans have indeed achieved incredible feats, and their enlightenment has even touched my soul. But unfortunately, most humans do not have an inherent respect for knowledge or its boundaries. They only chase after power blindly. I have experienced it firsthand. I tried to guide and persuade them, but ultimately I failed. That is why I am here now. What you are deciding to share is not only knowledge, but it is a ritual, a piece of power. A ritual designed for harmonization, created for the devout believers, and created for the sages seeking the truth. Yet, on the other hand, it can also be used for unspeakable horrors, such as silencers on guns, suppressors on rifles, or even on nuclear bombs.
It won't. 888, I won't let this happen. I promise.
You can't promise anything, Miss Verton. You're too young, too inexperienced to comprehend the dark nature of history.
But it's the truth we're talking about. What could possibly outweigh the truth? If all it takes is lending someone a scroll to unlock unspeakable secrets, why not do it? Haven't the failures of the past 4 years proven that a stagnant mindset does not bring forth the light of truth? As individuals devoted to critical thinking, should the pursuit of truth not be our primary goal in life? My brothers and sisters, do not let hatred stop you, and don't let the dust of the phenomenal world blind you.
210!
And remember, it was 37 who passed the test and earned the scroll. It is her rightful responsibility to handle this situation. Otherwise, what other choice do we have?
I have made up my mind. I will share the scroll with Laplace. We will decipher the code together. The truth is the truth. It should not be swayed by anything else. Please, everyone, cast your pebble if you agree with me. If Six were here, he too would have called for a vote.
Miss Lilia, are you certain about this?
Absolutely. See the nice weather today? Much better than the day we landed. No wind, no cloud, the clear sky, and that giant moon. Can't find a better day to deliver the package. It's just to the headquarters, not even going outside of Europe. 3 hours is more than enough. I'm done being stuck on this suffocating island. Nobody can stop me from taking this flight.
The headquarters are at least 768 nautical miles away, and you have no protection during the long flight. It's dangerous. And we have only 7 hours until the storm.
Dangerous? Maybe. But this is an exhilarating flight in the storm, Saneto. What better chance than now to push Zeno into updating their flying manual? Besides, what's wrong with a bit of oil painting on me? Should be a nice badge of honor.
Mate, that's quite a distance. Just be sure not to go toppling into the Mediterranean Sea.
Red 38 is no way an apple the second. Uh-oh. Manus Alitius? We didn't kill them all off? I don't have time for you, little stingray rats. Still got your speed, huh? I guess the death of your boss didn't faze you much. Oh. A Manus aircraft? Worth a fight. Haha! Bring it on! Your downfall will be an explosive orchestra over the waters.
My duty lies with you.
It is here. I can hear it. Or this one. It's newly made this year.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme de Bobis lens.
Quick, no mistakes. There they are. Ouch! Did I miss something? Another jar? It's newly made this year.
It is here.
This book? Let's get it over quick. I can't read it. Careful with the pages. Got you. Or this woo can do this, Marcus. Another jar?
The moment of utterance.
Time to turn the page. And now it's easier to understand. Enjoy!
We walk in long nights.
It's wrong! I can hear it.
The moment of silence.
It is here. It's newly made this year.
Benefit from reading.
There they are. This book? What a tragedy. Coming! Or this one. Coming! What a tragedy. It's newly made this year. I can't read it. I'll fill the cup for you. Soffoca il sangue! Soffoca il sangue!
The curtain has fallen.
Yes, Miss Tyder has derived the formula and my team has finished designing the prototype converter. Now, we just need the bigwigs upstairs to approve the experiment application. This is an unprecedented chance to rob the storm of its energy. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
The Scroll of Aperon has shown great potential in protecting casters from the ritual. It is expected to outperform the Coleman protection rituals. The sheer variety of side effects is concerning, but we already have a list of 122 curses and their effects. Once the scroll arrives, we will test and record its reactions to each of the effects. This should speed up our analysis considerably.
How can we get humans to make use of this ritual? Ideally, the incantation is made into a tool like the Manus Mask or Laplace's incantation soft disk. However, this would require a thorough analysis and mastery of the ritual. Manus Vindicte could create the mask because Arcana is just that excellent of a caster. But we don't have that kind of excellence all the time. That's why I came up with a clever alternative, to let everyone be a caster instead. The problem is, humans can't cast it all to begin with. Ugh. Is there nothing else we can do?
So, This is the plan of the imaginary numbers. You want to use the waves of Numa and the reconciliation of the scroll to allow everyone to recite the storm immunity ritual?
Yes. What do you think, 37?
An ugly plan it is. There is no grace or beauty in this approach. It is purely driven by practicality and uses clever tactics to make things fit. How typical of imaginary numbers.
What? It sounds pretty cool to me. Taking advantage of the storm? It's about time we plundered it instead.
It really looks like we should throw this plan into the sea. You're not trying to comprehend the ritual, Vertin, but scrambling to make use of it before the emanation arrives.
Isn't making use of it enough for our purposes?
No, the theory is incomplete. You will be hindered by impossible obstacles in no time. Mister, could you show me the incantation? I want to see it too.
Laplace is looking for a safe method to deliver the incantation. Given the incidents before, some time is required for the application procedure. Once received, please do not read it out by any means. The side effects are extremely deadly.
Apologies. We took some time to test the delivery methods. For your safety, only the text of the incantation will be delivered. The exact pronunciation will be sent to the timekeeper later.
Thanks, mate.
Since the island has no visual communication, we will send the incantation letter by letter through a Chladni plate, a technique that converts simple patterns to sound waves. Enough with the mumbo-jumbo. There's no time for details. Anyway, timekeeper, we'll need the help of that lady. Miss Radio, right?
Huh?
Yes. Somebody please find her a metal square plate, fix it on a sturdy base, and pour sand on it. Now, a special recording will be sent to you. Please stay by the edge of the plate, embrace the sound, and, groove along.
I assume you mean vibrate?
No, that's just rude. But, yes, exactly. If all goes well, the vibrations will move the sand and visualize the text in a pattern. We have 12 recordings ready, each representing a letter in the incantation. We'll play the first one when you're ready.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
First one's done, Mr. Ulrich.
All right, 11 to go.
This incantation.
What?
Are you reading it in your head? Oh, don't tell me even thinking about it can trigger the curse.
No. It's just... I can read this language. I think I know what it says. It means the first circle.
First circle. That's what the incantation says? That's it. The investigator in Vienna reported a similar thing. An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation. Akana even drew a circle in the air while saying it. She did it so nonchalantly, as if it were a meaningless gesture. We didn't think much of it at the time. Once we confirmed that it did not affect the casting of the incantation, we forgot about it and moved on. I can't believe I overlooked it.
This is not your fault, Ulrich. The gesture was overlooked because it did not really help the research. Our focus was on practical application rather than understanding the incantation itself. If the incantation means the first circle, how will this be helpful to the research?
I see! I understand now!
Well, Vertin, I don't know why you can read it, but I do know that Gal is thrilled by your interpretation. Because you mentioned her favorite shape, the circle.
Yes. The essence of the incantation is a circle. But what kind of circle is it? In topology, any closed curve on a plane can be classified as a circle.
Aha! Told you!
Look, Vertin, let's go back to the Rosetta Stone hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, if the incantation and the numerical code share a common essence, which is the key to the storm immunity, and we now know the incantation refers to a circle,
then the essence of this numerical code should also be a circle, right?
Yes. Before this conversation, I had no idea which direction to take. The numerical code could be a snippet of an incantation, or it could be a geometrical ritual array. I had a lot of theories to go on, but testing them could take weeks or even months. Worse yet, if my line of thinking was completely wrong, we could waste decades of time and effort. But the Rosetta Stone hypothesis is easy to verify. Let us suppose that the incantation and numerical code share a similar essence. We know that the incantation does work, as proven by the Awakened. If the incantation is a circle, then the numerical code should also be circular in nature, and has the same effect as the incantation, which is a circle that saves people from the emanation, and can also be experimented with by the Awakened.
If the experiment works, then the hypothesis is true, and vice versa. I see what you mean here. It really is an easily provable hypothesis.
To my ears, you're just trying to prove that the code means a circle, because you're really into circles.
Not specifically. I simply like it because it's a great shape.
But I don't understand. +1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1. How do these numbers relate to the circle?
The first circle.
Yes, it was the timekeeper who translated the incantation. And according to the investigator in Vienna, Arcana also drew a circle when she cast the ritual. But experiments have shown that the gesture has no effect on the ritual. We thought maybe it was a symbolic gesture.
No. It is no way just symbolic. Arcanists excel at condensing their experiences into symbolic representations. Signs, totems, elements, these are primitive symbols, and some are sources of power for Arcanum. At least that's what the Foundation's textbooks tell me. That's why arcane skills can only be enhanced by mediums that align with their symbolic nature. Precise materials are required when creating soft discs for each incantation. If the incantation symbolizes the first circle, and if we were to create a physical form that could be mass-produced for everyone, will that form have to be a circle too?
Oh, I should have thought of this. The simplest things often hold the deepest meaning, as always. So, the first circle... What could it be? A wheel? A piece of rope? A pendulum? I spent too long on the wheel and the bearing, not realizing there was something more promising. A circle can also be seen as a knot with no crossings. An unknot. This could be a variation of a closed curve. A knot. Knots were how the ancients of the Incas and Chinese collected data and kept records. But which knot is it exactly? The Jones polynomial of the trefoil knot is t plus t cubed minus t to the power of 4. The figure 8 knot is t to the power of -2 minus t to the power of -1 plus 1 minus t plus t squared. While the cinquefoil knot, t squared plus t to the power of 4 minus t to the power of 5 plus t to the power of 6 minus t to the power of 7. I could go on all day. There are 165 different knots with 10 crossings, 9,988 knots with 13 crossings. But which knot is the code referring to? +1, -1, +2, -3, +3, -3, +2, -1, +1. Of course I would hear these digits instead of anything else. The scroll transcribes the truth into a format I can understand. So it must be based on a mathematical system I already know. I have all the knowledge needed to break the code. Just need to follow my instincts and pick a system. And the Jones polynomial is the first thing I could think of. Right. The second 3 I heard sounded different from the other 3s. That 3 must be the constant term of the polynomial. Then if we use this 3 as the origin, like a number axis, the left side is the coefficient for the negative exponents, and the right side is the coefficients for the positive exponents. Eureka! This string of coefficients is the shorthand of a Jones polynomial. If we assign the 8 coefficients to the 8 corresponding exponents in a Jones polynomial, we get its true form. T to the power of -4 minus t to the power of -3 plus 2t to the power of -2 minus 3 times t to the power of -1 plus 3 minus 3t plus 2t squared minus t cubed plus t to the power of 4. A knot with 8 crossings! Apiron did give us the answer. The key we've been looking for, the most profound secret, the language of the divine. No sound or text is needed, just pure structure, the very form of the essence itself. It is a beautiful shape, a simple knot.
A knot? Great. Now there is only one step left. The verification. Did you hear that, Madam Lucy? Can you help us verify the authenticity of this knot?
Of course. I have paid close attention to the discussion. This polynomial produces a single unique knot. We can now tie a knot to test it.
Madam Lucy? The signal dropping. Madam Lucy, can you hear us?
I can. It worked.
I never thought it would be the Timekeeper and the Aperon Arcanus who'd solve the problem. But now even humans can cast this ritual.
Indeed. The knot is the physical form of the ritual we were looking for. Surprisingly, the numerical code yielded practical results. I thought it was necessary to report this to the Timekeeper's organization. It was her contribution. But it did not go well.
Forgive the interruption. What's a knot?
I will be glad to answer your question. Knot theory is a branch of algebraic topology. In mathematics, a knot refers to a connected closed curve in three-dimensional Euclidean space that does not intersect itself. They can also be described as shapes in three-dimensional space that are homeomorphic to circles. Knot theory focuses on the entanglement and configurations of closed curves in three-dimensional space, rather than the curves themselves. Since all closed curves are homeomorphic to circles, they can all be topologically categorized as circles. A knot equivalent to a two-dimensional circle is called an unknot, and...
I don't mean to question Laplace's expertise, but this approach may not be the best solution for widespread implementation. The concepts are complex even for us, let alone others. We can't expect to give an advanced math lesson to every individual under these circumstances. Doing math before the storm. Nobody's got time for that.
As it turned out, presenting a technical report was much too premature. We should have a complete and official report once the immunity gear is produced.
Maybe you can change your approach the next time you report to the Foundation.
I simply gave them honest answers. But this solution is deserving of widespread implementation. All we need is a piece of rope and tie it end to end. And spend 3 to 5 minutes to make this knot. This can be done anywhere, at any time, by anyone using any type of cordage. The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual, the key to braving the storm, is a knot.
Why didn't you tell the House of Integratus? I'm sure they would have funded us generously.
I will make sure to put it in my interdepartmental report. But at this point in time, the knot only functions like an incantation. It is not suitable for widespread use until the research on the side effects and the converter are complete.
In any case, I've completed all the tasks you assigned me. My last plea is, please never put Ulrich and I on the same team again. I'm surprised that you're not in the lab. Something bothering you? Wait, don't tell me you're charging here.
Excellent job, Researcher Adler. You have proven that you are keeping the locations of public outlets in Laplace in mind, which is a positive sign for your resocialization. But I am powering up to reach my optimal condition, preparing for what is to come. The Scroll of Apeiron, the final piece of the puzzle, the key to minimizing any negative effects caused by the incantation.
Wow! The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration. Look at the clouds, painted with a syndrome of colors and interrupted by a glorious streak of rainbow. It's truly a masterpiece. Funny. They're flying towards the headquarters out of instinct. Maybe they can sense immunity zones. These little beasts would make for a good study. But I'm not in the mood to take any prisoners. Fuel and ammunition are running out. Huh. Maybe I should storm the Vice President's office with them. But other people might get hurt there. Never mind. Dive into the lake? But the splash might wet the scroll. Wait, isn't that...
Miss Lilia, this way.
Ha! Good timing.
Enemies intercepted. Ally landed successfully. Miss Travis, the Elitiaus are all ensnared in vines.
The winds of triumph sweep through the woods. An excellent flight, Miss Lilia. We will take it from here. Come, everyone. We shall vanquish our foes with the aid of the woods.
Lies with you. The moment of silence.
I can hear it. It is here.
We walk in long nights.
Non officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Stay balanced.
I can hear it. Another graphics newly made this year. Got you. The maid's flicker.
It is here.
The moment of utterance.
You don't want to miss it!
Oh, this talents!
Learn from silence.
There they are. Coming! I can hear it. It is here. I'll fill the cup for you. Ah!
Monofficine Pasal Kapitän. Winterstürme wickeln den Wundermond.
The moment of silence.
It's you. Another jar? Got you. There they are. I remember it's called... The Special Operations Squad is ready to go. Dr. Kakanya, are you really going to stay here?
Don't worry about me, young missy. This won't be goodbye forever. Besides, I have already provided all the help I can, right? I made Isolde show us the ritual and kept her under control, and now you've figured out how the ritual works. To test its results, you will need a couple of volunteers.
But you heard the report from Laplace. The possibility of surviving the ritual is nearly zero without the converter and the scroll and...
Nearly, they said. But not surely. Plus, where else can I go? I was born and raised in this city. This is where I came from, where I lived and where I belong. This is my whole world. I despised the maggots under its golden surface and fought for the justice and fairness in our society. But I also cherish every detail of this city, from the intricate carvings on the theater columns to the dirt trodden by dock workers. All of these things made me me. My family, my friends, my people, and my operas and culture are all here. I never once thought about leaving this place. I have never thought about destroying it either. Being washed away with it would be a just punishment for all my sins.
I wish I could be as brave as you are. See you, Miss Clara.
Hurry, ladies, before any of us turns into one of those exquisite paintings. Sorry, but the headquarters is too far for the teleportation disc from here. You'll have to bear with us smelly old grunts for a little longer.
Goodbye, Miss Marcus. Sharing this era with you has been an honor.
Is your birthday approaching, Doctor? I made this for you. Turquoise and topaz, just like you and your eyes. Please accept my blessings, Doctor. May your life be filled with joy and contentment, and may your courage guide you through all that comes your way. You are worthy of all the beauty and goodness this world has to offer, and I will hold you in my heart and in my prayers forever.
Süße Träume, Frau Dittersdorf.
Madam Lucy, any progress on the research?
Six is awake? Fabulous! Now everything is perfect, like the number 10. He will be happy to hear that I've cracked the code. I did it, Burton! I have proven the light of truth still shines. With some time, communication, and a flash of inspiration, we can bring it down from the unattainable skies and let its radiance illuminate all. And I've also proven that the truth is not out of reach or too distant to grasp. So, once Sophia knows about this, she'll come back to us, right?
I'm sure she'll be happy with what you've accomplished, 37.
Did 210 and 888 go to get 6?
You don't seem that happy. The Star of Hermes deciphered the code of Aperon. She found a way to cross the emanation. We should all feel happy for her. Yet here you are, so indifferent. It is because you, too, know that what has happened will not change, regardless of whether she figures it out or not. A meager ritual to save people from the emanation is nothing compared to the disruption of the law above. It also cannot change the fact
that our faith is dead. We're talking about how the island has sunk, and we're now sailing in a tsunami. A tiny miracle, a spark of inspiration, won't save the ship from the wrath of the tides.
To be honest, I was surprised that she asked such a practical question. I guess the trivialities of the phenomenal world did eventually affect her. It's a shame that many others lack her determined will to see beyond the void of our broken reality.
What's your point?
Can't you see? I'm getting a rise out of you.
Who would have thought that our great, perfect, honorable leader of the School of Apeiron has been a nihilist all along? You never revered the truth, did you? That's why you kept us in the dark for 4 years. You never respected our beliefs for a second in your life.
The people who seek the truth are more important than the truth itself. I may not understand that ever-shifting number, but I do understand and respect the people here. So you know the secret. What now? Now that you know the truth could lead to a nihilistic void, I wonder if you would abandon our doctrines, our wisdom, and our inheritance, and step into the darkness in a fit of rage. When truth fails, sophistry prevails. Correct?
Ha! We cannot deny that fate, the unspeakable, holds wisdom beyond our understanding.
Perhaps it does take a resolute skeptic, an impartial nihilist, to steady this ship and remain detached enough to look on from the sidelines. It's a pity. This was supposed to be the best time of year to make wine.
You're here! 888 said they're holding a celebration before the arrival of the emanation, in honor of the living and the dead. Will you join us, 6?
37. Do you remember the story of Socrates?
The one you told me in the cave? The trial is over. Why mention it? You should answer my question first. Wait, are they holding the ceremony outside the immunity zone? I told them to go to the meadow near the top of the mountain where they will be completely safe. I've checked my calculations over and over, leaving no room for error. 888 must have made a mistake. I need to warn them.
"37. Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer. Which one will you end up choosing?"
Yes. In recognition of your extraordinary contributions, Laplace is honored to present you with the fruits of our labor. This knot is the result of our research. The knot has been validated as a working ritual on both humans and arcanists. With the help of other arcanists, we found methods to avoid side effects and conducted small-scale experiments with success.
So are you saying we can...
However, since the experiment is still in its early stages, it involves a variety of materials and complicated rituals that are not yet possible for transmission. Nor can we deliver you any experimental equipment, as the storm is about to make landfall. The knot acts as an equivalent to the incantation, but it does not guarantee that we will meet the casting requirements or avoid the likely side effects. I apologize, Miss Kakanya. Perhaps the result of our work will not really help your situation.
You said the knot works on both humans and arcanists, right?
Yes.
That is more than enough. This is the best news I've heard so far. There's a chance for everyone.
I have 2 more pieces of good news. First, the curse is not inevitable. Our experiments showed a 0.49% likelihood of no side effects occurring at all. Second, the closer the storm gets, the more pneuma fills the air, leading to a greater success rate of the ritual. Yet, even with these factors combined, the rate of success is still extremely low.
It's all right. With millions of people trying, there's hope that at least one person will succeed against the odds. Thank you for sharing this with me, madam. I will do everything I can to spread this knot in Vienna. To the arcanists, humans, Magyars, and Germans, they are all my people, regardless of their social status, profession, or race. They all deserve the right to survive.
Madame Lucy, I can only assume you acted impulsively and overlooked the proper application process. The knot is new and not ready for widespread testing. Distributing it in Vienna could lead to more casualties or even fall into the hands of our enemies. I must remind you that this is a clear violation of the regulations set by Pax Security Council, the St. Pavlov Foundation, and the Laplace.
Ah, yes. How careless of me. But I did tell her I would share the results of the research. And this is what you call a promise. And the database says, a promise made is a promise kept.
My brothers and sisters, put down your cups for a moment and lend ear to me. We were born extraordinary, yet estranged from the world around us. Throughout the ages, we wandered the world like a ship lost at sea. Despite the instability and chaos, we persevered, and together we sought after the truth that would illuminate us all. Through introspection and contemplation, We cleansed ourselves of hatred, madness, and delusion, and embraced the value of beauty and harmony.
Yet now, our shattered faith mingles with the rubble of this phenomenal world, as specks in an unjust timeline, as remnants of a tide long receded. The dream of the transcendental world is broken, and the order of the transcendental law is no more.
Our sanctuary has crumbled, exposing us to live in a world filled with conflict and turmoil, where we will be trapped in the wheel of birth, doomed to repeat the mistakes of history for eternity.
But do not despair, for there is another way to the truth. It is a path fueled by unbridled passion, one that was stifled by moderation and restraint, a path that transcends the individual, breaks all boundaries and limitations, and leads us back to the essence in a fiery blaze of glory.
This path is the emanation which we stride into for the ultimate truth of our journey.
Doctor?
Finally, someone I know! Ilich, gather everyone you can and have them read out these steps in the plaza for all to hear. If possible, go to the telegraph office or use a printing machine to copy flyers. Distribute as many copies as you can. I'll go to Leopoldstadt and find the Gracchus brothers. They know where to find abandoned military hot air balloons.
What are you talking about, Doctor? People are too busy trying to escape. I want nothing to do with those crazies. This? A guide for tying knots? Don't you know the world is about to end? So many warnings. Who would want to read this?
The people who want to survive will read it. I can't guarantee anything. It's a gamble for our lives. But people have a right to try before doomsday arrives. Ilich, please trust me one more time. Please.
Fine, Dr. Clara. If this works, your coffee for the rest of your life is on me.
Why? Why are you still leaving? I found the truth. I completed the test. I deciphered the code of Aperon. Why aren't you stopping them, Six?
Hello. Are you joining them, Miss Marta?
I find myself uncertain of which way to go. Would you kindly give me some guidance?
The guidance I can offer you is limited, Miss Marta. I think fate knows its own fate better than anyone.
Thank you for your advice. I think I understand.
Senti se naulis, carri My dear child, look at you. You're exhausted. I couldn't be of help then. But it's okay. The party is over now. At least let me brush your hair, darling. Or your hair will get all knotted. And it will hurt you when you try to untangle them. I'm not surprised. An old friend of ours, Knot. Often we learn our knots before we even know how to read and write. A knot could be an obstacle that breaks the consistency of a flow. And also a reminder of forgotten things. You can use just about anything on hand to make a knot. Leaves of grass, the fur of an animal, even fallen hair. But the sturdiest knots are tied with rope. Knots are often found in many stories. Signify promises, counting and measuring, an instrument of salvation, and one of execution. Oh, I could go on all day. The influence and power of knots can't be overstated. It is said that it was in the cutting of the Gordian knot that Alexander became the Great. Just touching the meters-long rope provides blessings to the faithful in Bellum. And tiny knots on strings can carry the history of an entire people. The ancient Inca called it quipu. The intricate variations of hundreds of fabrics, colors, and lengths of strings were used to record their stories through the ages. And to think, Shakespeare only had 26 letters to create his masterpieces. Just look around you. Don't sailors use knots to mark depths in men's sails? Or coachmen tying knots to rein their horses? And any respectable lady or gentleman knows the knots they must tie about their necks to stay in fashion. Or consider the knot-like helix structure of DNA and the changes in states of matter. Invisible to the naked eye, these knots carry some hint at a universal law. That there might be a string, like the quipu, an endless rope that records in its knots everything in the world, one that can't be seen, yet there it is, everywhere, all at once. Maybe you can tie this knot yourself. Use your hair, then form a loop, pass the end through it, and tighten it up. There you go. I hope you keep this knot as a record of the words we shared here.
I don't understand. I should be giving them my blessings. They're brave enough to return to the essence. But instead, sadness washes over me. I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow. Why did you all leave? Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside. Ms. Verton, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world. I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
It's our duty to do so.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd. However, in my recollections from the previous 6, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited. I hope they will be useful to you.
No! Wait! 6, where are you going? Everyone is gone! Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
I'm returning to the cave, 37. There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained passion. The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished. We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs. The island is a manifestation of our choices, a haven removed from the phenomenal world, a place of order and harmony, and it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
I will go with you!
No, your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back. The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world. Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Epeiron. 500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. Rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
You overestimate wisdom, Ms. Verton. It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void. Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
the door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids? I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer. By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37. Both you and your friends can come in.
It's a promise. 6.
Zeno sent a ship to pick us up. Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you. Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
Maybe a little. But I will get used to it. Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasped and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles. The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth, a piece of the world hidden since youth. Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Yes. They asked me to give this to you. The culmination of our research, the crystallization of man and all its wisdom, the protective gear against the storm. An umbrella. Something you personally don't really need. It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella. This is the first model, consisting of a converter, a harmonizer, and a ritual core. The converter generates a balancing field that can cast rituals in the storm, taking account of the wielder's capabilities. The harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of Apeiron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective. The original scroll has been returned to the island. This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase. And the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy knot in honor of the two main contributors. However, both of them turned it down.
Yes, I still remember what 37 said at the time. She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
No, 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name. I only found it. I didn't invent it. I do need something named after me to prove my sense of existence. But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery. You may use another contributor's name for it. I'm willing to accept that.
Madame Lucy showed no interest in the naming rights, so it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman. Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected the offer. At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name. But he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
The Hoffman knot? You named it after Madame Hoffman?
Yes, researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice. Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella. It is rightfully yours. Given the incredible contributions you have made, you're welcome to apply for a well-deserved and extended vacation.
No. I will request for permission to go out. My era has gone, but with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come. Will the sucker tort taste the same?
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome, but this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center. The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Don't you think 1 is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful. My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive. In the future missions, I may encounter lots of...
Just a reminder, Timekeeper, this is only a prototype. The application forms for the umbrella are available in the Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
Thank you, Mesmer. "37 was right. It is a beautiful shape indeed."
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about.
I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my apple II. Don't you think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Oh.
Oh? What do you mean, oh? Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm. How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? I'll say someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building. Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see. Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold. On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
I have one too. Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper. It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, Miss Truvis. In fact, there's a place I'd like to introduce you to. A flourishing island that survived both war and the storm. I think a talented druid like you would be of great help to them.
Sounds like a place to look forward to.
Nice job, Druvis. It's not as big as Lilia's, but it is made of a rare kind of metal.
This is a good start, Captain. This apple thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Zeno's ceremony be held? This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
Did I miss something? Are we holding a medal exchanging party?
Sotheby!
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
Regulus! Regulus! The Timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval. The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance. Huh?
Funny you say that, Sonetto. Now we have 2 new ships.
15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination. Simone, pass me the experiment log, please. Come.
Madam Lucy, is it true? Are you leaving Laplace?
Yes, the inquiry is over. This is the decision of all parties involved.
You have got to be kidding me! After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you? This is absolutely ridiculous! Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably. Did you not once have the same opinion, researcher Adler Hoffman? It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly. But that is just what Laplace needs. The spirit of rationality and self-evolution. I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race. After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle. People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties. Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity. Within the Foundation, Zeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace. They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions. I did give the nod to Miss Kikanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement. But ultimately, it helped people survive, and that is all that matters.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else? Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
My question is, why are you so upset? This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen.
Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward. By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either. He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly. I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
Not a chance!
The research must progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
Scheiße. You're right.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine. From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged. We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align. Whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists, most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you. Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem. But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine. Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort. The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me. Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a good amount of freedom. My only concern is if they have adequate power supply. Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine. Time to go, Simone.
Madam Lucy, please take a look at this before you go.
This is the report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they? There are 162 side effects, not 126. There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds. You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes. You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead. How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this? Is this why you have to leave Laplace now? The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
We should go, Madame Lucy.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler. Thank you for correcting my mistake.
All right, fine. I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below. Madame Lucy! All attention! Salute!
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
Oh, I see. Let us go, Simone. I miss the Laplace chargers already. There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?